My name's Jonathan Flores. I was a resident at Plummer. I moved in right before my 16th birthday. Throughout my whole life, I was in and out of foster care, probably from around the age of 6 years old. I was adopted for a short while, but unfortunately, the adoption did not work out. So I ended up back in a group home. One of my DCF workers had a contact at Plummer. I got in and I started living in the group home. All throughout being in foster care, you kind of get looked upon in a poor way. You get pitied. And Plummer very much flipped the script. They're more like, who do you want as your support system? What are your goals? I remember when I was living at Plummer was having a family event. And I remember coming home and everyone's family was there. And I was like, whatever, I'll just go to my room. And my history teacher, who was my lacrosse coach, actually showed up with the lieutenant colonel who I was in ROTC at Salem High. So they really went above and beyond, having people in my life there to support me. And then when I graduated college at Salem State, the lieutenant colonel, my history teacher, and my foster mother, who was part of Plummer, Millie, and then Kathy Cubby showed up, and Nicole, all showed up to my college graduation. So it was just such a beautiful way to end that chapter in my life and open a new one. Because of Plummer, I ended up setting myself up for success with some help from them, significant help. And here I am working in Florida in law enforcement as a sheriff's deputy. And I deal a lot with social services. And I always find myself in the mindset like, wow, I wish there was a Plummer down here, or I wish they knew how Plummer did it. I'm able to do my job better down here with the experience that I have. I run into a lot of juveniles and I can feel I can make a change, or I know kind of what they're going through. And you get some of those people where you're like, yeah, I know what you're going through. And I could be like, no, I know exactly what you're going through. And I was there. And let me tell you, there's hope and there's a better path for you. And I know for a fact I wouldn't have graduated college. I wouldn't have gotten a job down here if it wasn't for the way that Plummer set me up and really helped me. And I'm not saying that because I'm doing this interview. I'm not saying that because I'm on the board. If you knew me for years, you knew I always had that attitude. They did phenomenal things, and I really can't imagine where I would be without them.